Hey everyone, this is Obi in his first day in his new terrarium. He's doing pretty well. It's been quite a stressful day for him because it's a lot to get used to. I think he loves the big terrarium part, but it's in a different part of my house. You know, we've got windows and he's never used to looking outside. You know, he's not used to looking outside. He's not used to such an open area. He's used to being in that closed off Star Wars room where there's just a lot of privacy. And so he's in a much more open area, and it's just a lot for him. You're probably wondering what is going on here. I will eventually post a short of Obi. Basically, one day I left my laundry hamper in his room, or in the Star Wars room, which he was in, and I had this in there, and he started climbing it, and he was climbing all over it, and he loved it. So I was like, okay, you can have that, and I bought another laundry hamper. Down here, this is supposed to be where he poops. The goal is to get him to be potty trained to go in there. That would be ideal. I have to work on that though, because this is a very new environment, very scary, and a lot of things are going on. So that's going to be a work in progress. This is his new food dish, which is a big deal. I know he looks a little bit concerned, but he's looking really good there. He's ate more, I think, because he likes it and he's checking it out, which is really good. We've got his cave in there. He's too small for that cave, but he still likes to go in it. He doesn't sleep in it at night, but he does kind of go in there sometimes. You're okay. He's like, what is going on? And then here, we're going to eventually get him another cave over here that's going to be much bigger. So it will be like his full-size cave. So when he's an adult, he can fit in it. So, you know, that will be built sometime. But yeah, so we've got his heat thermometer in the middle of the tank. Let's open this up here. Okay, so on this side, if I ever wanted to, I guess, have plants, this is a good bulb for that. I might switch it out for a UVB lamp later. We've got the thermometer in the middle of the tank here. These are just regular lights to light things up. We've got a heat panel here. And basically that thermometer is set to be 88 degrees. If it drops below 88 degrees, there's two heat panels and they turn on, which is really good. Next we have Mr. Obi-Wan Kenobi Jones. I'm just gonna sit in here, sorry. I'm trying to move slow so I don't spook him out. So he's got a little camera on him so I can check on him and work during the day. This is a 14% Arcadia Luminize bulb. I will get his, show y'all his UVB levels in a second. And then this is a heat mat, and I'll show you the temperatures on this in a moment. But we've got basically another heat panel here. We've got all the wiring. This was such a pain in the butt, you guys. Oh my God, this tank was a pain in the butt. Everything was a pain in the butt. Like, reptile people are built differently. I had to put that hole over there. Oh my God. I hope he won't climb up there, by the way, and get out that hole. That's a reminder that I need to block that off. But yeah, and then I had to make sure the height of this was good to make sure he got proper UVB. It's just a lot. Can I pet you? Is that all right? I'm taking things slow with him because he's like, your hand is cold, woman. I'm trying to take things slow with him because he has been spooked today. He wouldn't even eat banana for a little bit because he was just overwhelmed. He's doing phenomenal though, and I think it was my fault. I put him in here when basically my boyfriend was over, and he's not around my boyfriend much, and you know, another big strong man you know, Opie's the man of the house, right? And so, you know, it's a little scary. And then on top of being in a new terrarium, but I wanted to celebrate putting him in the new terrarium with someone I loved, but it was a lot for him. And so, you smells? Oh, okay. Sorry. I had some food earlier, and I think I had sweet potatoes. And I was chopping sweet potatoes, and he smells them. That is hilarious. He loves sweet potatoes. I was just doing that before this video. So his second favorite food after banana is sweet potato. My apologies, guys. I was chopping them up and I just put them in the oven. I should have thought about that. That's not his fault. That's my fault. I'm being a dingus. Can I pet you? Yeah, you smelled that sweet potato, didn't you? It's good. It's good. You're gonna have yourself some of that sometime. His tail's looking real thick and good. He's still tiny. He looks really tiny in this tank. He's finally getting kind of his black feet in. You're doing good, Obi. I'm so glad. Now this Luminize Arcadia UVB bulb is neat. I have an app and I can turn up the UVB levels up and down on my phone, or you can schedule it where it rises to the peak during the day and drops. Like you can have it from low to high, kind of like to simulate the wild. I'm not going to do that. I mean, I might eventually, but it just seems like that's prone to eventually glitch. But right now it's at 75%. It's a new bulb, so the fluorescent bulb is really powerful. And the UVB index was just really high. So I'm going to quickly get his thermometer and stuff like that. So I'm going to set this down right here while I go get his thermometer and solar meter. I'll be right back. Sorry, that was the phone, Obi. My bad. It sounded like the phone farted. Okay. He was like, Mom. Yeah, so the biggest deal with this is the fact that he's eating is huge, you know. Ooh, my big butt getting in this cage is making some noise. All right, so, which I'm so glad to see him eating his greens too. I think he really likes the new bowl. Bless you, Obi, bless you. You're a good boy. Yeah, I'm so happy that you're doing better. Okay, so we're gonna do his heat mat first. Got a temp gun. That's at 106. We go right here, 110. So he seems to like around 108 to 110. Over here, it's even cooler. But if you go straight in the middle, you're getting like 112 right there. See? So this mat is like at its peak, maybe 112. And then it like maybe 113, the peak. And then you go to different sections of it and it starts being like 108, 100 and 90s up here, so let's see what he is. He's about 99. That's a great temp. So, that's basically his basking spot. He gets to digest his food there, and the ambient temperature stays around 88. Now, I might bump that up to 90. I haven't quite decided yet. I'm going to see how he's doing with digesting his food, how he's pooping, right now he seems really happy, but really the next 7 days, I just got to really monitor him and make sure that 88 degrees is good, because if he's not utilizing the rest of his tank, it might mean it's too cold, the ambient temperature. And at night, I can have it where it drops down to 80. I can have it drop to 80 or 75 or whatever, or I can have the heat panels, those still going, and that they just drop down a certain amount. So that's really nice. So this UVB index is really important. It's about $260. You know, I hated to spend that money to buy this, but it's so essential because it is so important for these little buggers. So he's definitely a midday basker. You know, they need a lot of UVB. So when I first got this bulb, when it was on 100%, it was like in the 8 or 9s. So I turned it down to 70. You're okay. He doesn't like this. So you're going to see 1 there, 2 there, 3. And you come over here and start seeing 5. I might have to turn it up some. I turned it down. Here you're going to have 5.5. I turned it down to 75%. But as the fluorescent, see right here, it's 6.5. You know, so 6. Earlier, here's 6.4. I was trying to mimic the UVB of his old tank. Right here is 5.8. This is real good. You know, when they bass, they tend to be like a 6 is really good. You know, anything above an 8 is too dangerous. So I'm trying to be a little careful here. 7. Look at this. So you can get some spots that are really high. 6.6, 6.5. Are you pooping or are you just doing that because I'm touching your tail? So he is doing so much better. It was definitely a freak out before. It was a little difficult, but yeah, at this stage, he's doing great. I put tongue oil on this to seal it. I put too much, so it is scratching a little bit off because I just put too thick of a layer. But it is food grade safe. Unlike sealants, it won't last forever, so I will have to replace the tongue oil. But like I said, the goal is to take my time with this animal, with Mr. Obi, and get him to poop down here. I don't know. I mean, tomorrow after work, my goal is to take him and put him down here and have him go potty, and then give him a very small sweet treat after. And that's just what we're going to have to do, you know. But yeah, I love this terrarium because I can get in here with him. It's by AP Plastics. This terrarium and putting everything together was a pain in the rear end. This was a very big project and a very expensive project. When you get a zoo animal and an animal that is at this, you have to prepare. He's not even full grown yet. And I don't think that this, you already see his snout on the wall. Oh my God, look at that. That's when he sneezes. That's hilarious. You're going to be messy. And I just put him in here today and we already got some snout. But like, you have to be prepared. I don't think people understand the commitment of this animal. So I bought Obi from a breeder in Bernie, Texas, and I think it's RDG or RGD Reptiles. I don't know which one, but you know, I think he was like $350 or something like that. Extremely affordable pet that's going to live 50 years. It's amazing. Nobody understands the commitment that they're getting into. You know, you have to spend time with these animals. You have to spend a lot of money on bigger terrariums. This won't even be his final terrarium. He's going to have an outdoor enclosure. You know, what's going on, dude? Oh, you're saying you're getting another enclosure? Does that sound fun? Oh, shoot. You okay, dude? Whoa. Are you puffing? Oh. What's going on? You got something stuck in your throat? He's puffing up. It does look like he's might go and shed within the next week or two. And you can't tell on camera, but I can. Oh, yeah, he's going to look like he's going to puff his eyes up. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. They do this weird eye thing where they puff up and clean their eyes or something like that. Now yep. This is totally natural. I know it looks weird as heck, but yeah. Anyway, check out that sexy leg. But yeah, no, he's doing great, and I'm going to quit my rant here. But I'm so tired of people buying animals on impulse. You know, these are a commitment. And I know you smell sweet potato on me. No, 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 no. We're not doing that. No, no, no. I'll make you some sweet potato later. But not my hands. See, look, this is mommy's hands. Yeah, no, it's not food. I know you smell it. But you gotta understand, sometimes when you smell things, Obi, that doesn't mean it's food. Yeah, back up. Okay. So, yeah, they're a commitment. You gotta work with them. And they're expensive in terms of terrariums and stuff. And these breeders too, like, they're not charging much. They should charge more. It's just that for some reason there's been a mass amount on the market, and then they got more competition. But these should be luxury animals, because if you can't afford the terrariums, the lights, the multiple upgrades, and you can't afford vet appointments, then that's why I'm saying this $350 gateway is dangerous. It's a cheap animal that seems so fun and good to play with and everything, but if you don't properly take care of it, which is very expensive and time consuming, then it's a mess, you know? So it's kind of like we need a gateway of more of like $1,500 for these animals to prepare. I mean, this terrarium alone was $1,800 shipped. Not to mention, then I gotta buy the wood, I gotta buy that mat, I gotta buy the heat stuff, I gotta buy all this stuff, and then his vet appointments, and then these things, and so it's almost like you need a gateway into these animals of like $2,000 to $3,000 just to prepare you, to tell you like this is just buying the animal. So if you can't even afford buying the animal, why the heck can you think you can afford anything else, you know? And also the breeders deserve it, because these animals are so expensive to feed and take care of and everything. So these are just things to consider. I'm gonna kind of leave my rant there, but I hate people buying stuff on impulse. So if you are wanting a Cuban Rock Iguana or a Rhino Iguana or any kind of exotic reptile, and they are so smart, they are so inquisitive and sweet, and that's not banana. No. They just deserve the world. So if you can't give them the world and you can't commit to them for life because they're family, don't get one. So, but I hope y'all had fun watching this video and enjoyed it. I love Obi. I'm so glad he's transitioning so well to this enclosure. Very blessed for that. I think he sees himself in the mirror. He's like, what the heck? Yeah, that's you. That's your reflection, my man. Uh-huh. Yes. This is weird, isn't it? Well, yeah. So if you get an animal like this, commit to giving them the world. And they take work and time to get them tame like this. They don't come like this. You have to spend time with them. You have to respect them. You have to take care of them. And then they'll give you, hopefully, that love back. Unless you have sweet potato smell on your fingers. Then they might take a bite out of you. So, take care, everyone. And if you like this video, like and subscribe to it. Share it if you think it's fun and adorable. Obi, you're a star. Yep, that's your solar meter. That was $250. Yep, and that's about how you think about it. Okay. Anyway, bye guys. I hope y'all have a wonderful day.